Good evening. As everyone already knows, I am spiritually the most loved and hated, notorious one. I'm here to make you think. Hey, Ashley. Hey, Chris. Thanks, Chris, for moderating. Hey, Flower Bomb. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm sure most of you all are subscribed, and click the notification bell. Make sure you still subscribe because a lot of people are finding out they're no longer subscribed anymore. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Bernie. I am here to make you think, to make you evaluate your life. You understand what I'm saying? I am not here to make you comfortable with me. Hello? When people get comfortable with you, it's as if though they think that everything you speak about should cater to them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, thank you, Flybomb, for moderating. Hey, DB, how you doing? Hey, Deck Boy TV. Hey, Boss Lady. Boss Lady, where you been? Hey, Shakira. So, let me tell you right now, okay? Especially to the so-called content creators who come here for ideas. I am not your friend, okay? I'm not talking about my content creators who support me. They support me in my content, and they know that I am a human being and not a saint. That I will go off on anyone who comes to try me. Okay, so if you send for me, I'm gonna show up with rage. Just because I talk softly and kindly to the people I love here does not mean you're gonna get the same treatment. Hello? I can be two at one, whatever it calls for. I'm Evelyn and Glenda at the same time. Okay, so depending on how you show up in front of me, depends on who's coming. Okay, or who's gonna show up. I think I need to reintroduce people to me all over again because some people are really getting me fucked up. I did not come here to be your friend. You don't know me. I don't know you. So whatever I want to speak or whatever I want to say, I'm going to say it. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. If you want to create content and put my name in it to draw views, because the people who are talking about me out there, these content creators, don't have as much love and affection coming to them as I do. Okay? That's not my problem. That's not my problem. That's your problem. You're going to have to figure that out. Okay? You got some people that brag that they have more subscribers than this channel, but yet and still they're still not satisfied. Why? Because they do not like their audience. That's a problem. When you don't like your audience, you have to do some self-evaluation because your audience is you all day long. It wouldn't make any sense for me to go on, I'm going to make up a name, Miss Sally Sue's channel and argue back and forth with her, hoping that I am going to attract her audience. It's not going to make any sense to do that. Why? Because Miss Sally Sue's audience is a part of who she is. These are people. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Thanks for moderating. Her audience, these are the people who have a similar life map. They have things in common. So I can't go to Sally Sue's audience and stuff and thinking that if I trash her, if I bash her, make videos about her, and put her name in my title, all of a sudden my audience is going to change. My audience gonna magically becomes Miss Sally Sue's audience. No, what I'm gonna get is a whole lot of people who got some fury towards me. They're gonna want me to go away. Hello? So you can't imitate people. People can tell when you're imitating someone or you are using some parts of their personality or content to try to get over on them. Everyone is psychic. So we can go around all day long saying, I'm a psychic, I'm a psychic. Everyone is a psychic. So people know when you bluffing and they know what you put when you putting on. Look, let me tell you something, content creators out there. This is something I want you to know. Whether you like spiritually or you hate our guts. Let's talk. When you do not like your audience because some kind of a way, maybe they irritate you, they annoy you, they continuously bully you, they bother you in some kind of a way. You don't get me wrong, all content creators gonna have some people on there that are not like that content. They're gonna be some trolls out there. But when you just have a house full of trolls, a house full of people that irritate you, that's a reflection on yourself. You know that, don't you? It's time to look at yourself in the mirror. I know you don't like looking in the mirror. You don't look in the mirror because you don't like what you look like. As a matter of fact, you got some kind of body dysmorphia because when you look in the mirror, you try to look and create some image of something that you're not. So you are trying to convince everybody, you understand, that you look very young for your age, or you look like you're slimmer than you honestly look, and you're prettier than you honestly look. You throw a wig on your head to try to show yourself and your audience you something that you can't be. Because see, you need to know that it really and truly what you physically look like on the outside is not necessarily what's making you look like what you look like on the physical end. It's something you're dealing with on a spiritual level, a mental level that creates what the world sees. Hello? And it's time for you to deal with that. Not me. Not other people you can scapegoat. It's time for you to deal with it. You got a bunch of people on the attack and they licking their lips like it's dinner time. Like they finna get ready to eat a big juicy steak when they see you. It's something you caused. Oh, the world is bullying me. Oh my goodness, excuse me, y'all. The world is after me. Oh my God. It has to be Miss Sally Sue. It's got to be Billy Bob. It's Miss Ellen down the street. Miss Lucy on my job. When your life has gotten to that point, you seeking all over the universe to find a problem. You got problems. Because I keep telling y'all to find the answers, you don't even have to go outside of yourself looking. I don't have to fly. I want to, though. I don't have to fly to Jamaica and go to the hills of Jamaica to find out, what it is that I'm longing for. I don't have to go to India and sit with the masters to find out what I'm longing for. I need to sit with myself. I got all the answers. You have all the answers. Don't let nobody tell you that. That's why I say y'all got to stop going to these churches looking for the pastor to give you the answer. But you're afraid to look in the mirror because somebody has shown you what beauty is. So as little kids, they have shown us on TV what's beautiful. And everything we've seen on TV as little girls, okay, or little boys, they did not look like us. They did. So now you're dealing with a lot of conflict. You're dealing with a lot of conflict because the ability to be independent and think for yourself and make judgments for yourself has been taken away from you. So who's got the answers? We were taught that the church had the answers. That this God of the church had the answers. The pastors had the answers. Our parents had the answers. So we've been lied to because none of that is true. You got the answers. And you are the God. I know it just sounds like so corny and cheesy now because, you know, you see so many videos with them trying to let us know that we're gods, we're gods, we're gods, till it's just it just sounds like a broken record. But in all honesty, the God in you can give you any information that you know, that you need. But you got to take the wig off first. You got to take off the wig. When you're walking around with the wigs, you're still in that deception. You're still not able to make judgments for yourself. You still are not able to ask yourself these questions that you're looking all over the internet for. You can't ask these questions because you're still in the illusion. That wig is the illusion. Now, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm just talking about if you say, and now look, let me get this straight right now. I'm not talking about everybody that chooses to wear a wig or a weave or something. I'm talking about these people who say, I'm a spiritualist. I'm a content creator on the internet and I'm teaching other people. You need to seriously evaluate yourself. Now, if you are a person, you are a content creator and you're doing these things because you know that, you know, people are not quite ready for certain things. I'm really not even talking about you, because sometimes we have to go on a job with these things on our heads. You know, we have to. But I'm talking about for these people who are critical against people who choose to come out in their natural form and teach. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about those folks, not the people who say, hey, this is a job for me. I got to put this on. This is what I need to go to work. This is what I need to teach. I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about these people they quick to say, you got a nappy head, you're ugly, you're dirty, you're cheap. You're the ones I'm talking about. You're not an effective teacher. If you are supposed to be in the all-knowing, and you're trying to convince us all that you're beautiful. When you're beautiful, you don't have to tell anyone. When you think you look young for your age, you don't have to tell anybody. They should be able to see it for themselves. And you should be able to see it with your wig on and definitely with your wig off. See, I take this right here as a content creator that is ashamed of what their natural form looks like. Don't take shots at me. This is only for the people who are taking shots at me. If you ain't taking no shots for me, you wearing a wig, I'm not talking about you. I have had a few content creators take shots at me while wearing their hair straight or wearing a wig on their heads. And they had the nerves to say I was dried up and ugly looking and dirty looking and all of these things while they sit there with a wig on. That ain't right. That ain't right. That means you're still not ready to elevate yourself from your lower self. So you come to my channel to learn how to teach and don't realize that I got more things to teach you and everything ain't going to be good. It's going to be some things in this content you ain't going to like. I'm stepping on your toes. So get your thumbs ready. Like I said, please like the video if you would. Got so many cat beds right here. But if you don't like it and it's stepping on your toes, you can hit the thumbs up button. That gives me a count of all of the different ones that I'm dealing with. Most of my problems are honestly coming from content creators that come here to learn how to teach. This ain't for you. Thank you, Jackie. It is a big waste of time because, see, what it does, it distracts us from carrying on with our message. We have things here we need to talk about. I got to get busy. We got to get busy. But, Jackie, they come inside of our chat rooms and they come and look at what we're all talking about here. And then they go and broadcast that, we're all psychos. Because basically, I keep telling them that they're not on these frequencies. There are a lot of frequencies out there. A lot of them. There are some frequencies out there that I just can't vibe with. But do I go and tell them that they're psychos? No. I move on to the next channel, something that I can relate to. That's all it is. It's a frequency issue. If you're here and this content is weird, strange, crazy, and all of this, it's a reflection on you. Why are you continuously trying to ride on something that is not on your level yet? This is a supernatural channel. That's what it is. Well, we're talking about the things that most people think that are impossible. This is the channel for the magicians. And I hadn't been able to focus on it for the last few days. But, we talk, but we got to realize we got some strangers here that are not kindreds, that are not a part of our star family, but they're here to distract. Instead of interacting, they're distracting. Go somewhere and find a place for yourself. Find a certain place for you. Go somewhere where people love you. I'm not the person that says love your enemies anyways. No, loving my enemies is like becoming a part of them. Loving my enemies is like hating myself. If my enemies hate me and I love them, then I have to hate myself. So no, I don't. I do not love my enemies. I wish nothing good for them. I'm not going to stay in a dark place, a hostile environment forever. But I can say this right here. I don't forgive them. I don't forgive enemies. They teach us, forgive. Forgive means that you're creating an environment so you can continuously be attacked by the same individual. So I don't believe in forgiveness. Not at this point. I'm not saying that I may not be on a level one day where may have to lower myself into my lower self to do for some forgiveness, or maybe elevate myself to a higher place, my higher self, to forgive them. Because right now I don't know how to handle that right now. I just don't believe in that. You got a lot of bullies out there. You got a lot of people that are hurt, that are coming for people who are loved. Because basically that's what they want. You can have all the subscribers in the world. You can have 500,000 subscribers. But if you don't love yourself, you don't love your life, you don't love your accomplishments because maybe you have none. You know what I'm saying? Then you come for people who may only have 100 subscribers because those 100 people may be showering them down in love. I don't believe in quantity. I believe in quality. Have 1,000,000 friends and be broke, but you may have one friend and be the richest thing in the world. And some of these people are realizing with all of their content, their audience, they're finding that there's no happiness in it because they don't like their audience. They like yours. They love my audience. They want my audience. Basically, that's no different than saying, I want your life. And now look, let me tell you something. A lot of what I'm going to talk about, we can still, and we can still, use it for our everyday life. This is just some stuff going on the internet. But, some people are dealing with this in their neighborhoods. Some people are dealing with this within their families, their friend circles, and on their jobs, and on the companies and stuff they're on. They're dealing with just this. And it's dangerous. You could be on your job and you could be just well loved by the people that work on your job. And you may have that one person that's studying your whole entire life on that job. You'll find that they're trying to dress like you. They're trying to eat the same things you eat, buy the same things you buy. They're competing with you. And these are the people that want to honestly be you. I love my audience, whether my audience do me good, whether they do me bad, because all of them are a representation of me. Some of my victories as well as my I hate to use failures, but my setbacks and delays. That's all. Some people, like I said, represent my victorious moments. And some of the people are my encouragers. But some of them are here to remind me of some of the struggles that I've had in life. Depending on how I react to it and how long I stay in that place determines whether or not those issues have been resolved. I got to sing my song for y'all again. I'll always be thankful. I'll always be grateful. I'll always be. Okay. Here we go again. Walking with one another. Okay. Ain't nothing like family and friends. I was trying to sing that a little higher yesterday. Yes, I'm grateful. It's gonna be some time. Stop a minute and give a tongue lashing. Y'all know how grandma was. Grandma was loving. But if you cross grandma the wrong way, she'd give you a tongue lashing in a minute. Everybody don't understand that because they didn't come from the South. I love my Southerners out there. And like I say, I want to talk to my Northerners because your Northerners and stuff, y'all from the South. Some of y'all trace back and said my great grandma was from Alabama. Or my great granddaddy was from South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I had an uncle. He came from Texas. I got family out there. So this is how come we can relate. We are in a similar star group. It's similar. But you cannot expect for somebody who's coming from those places out west and other places to understand that. I mean, even the Caribbeans vibe a little bit with what we're doing here. They understand. Even the Caribbeans understand. We really believe, the people who like in my audience and stuff like that, we really believe in the supernatural. Like I said, whereas somebody who might be out west may think it's strange. They want to get to learn. They want to learn this material. But the fact that they wasn't brought up in it is still foreign to them. So they're going to say in a minute, it's psycho. And know your boundaries. If you know you do tarot only, don't come to this channel looking for answers. I'm not talking about tarot card readers who, believe in this content. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about there's some tarot, like I was dealing with this little boy. There's some tarot people that they don't understand the thinking of us Southerners. This ain't your place. Now, like I hear that bird has a message to it. But if you talk to these Westerners that's going against my channel, not the Westerners that love the content, I got love for y'all. But there's some people out there out west, if I say, oh, that bird just gave me a message, I'm speaking for how my ancestors would have thought of it. Because I am my ancestors. I still got all of their thought processes with me. Well, now the person out west don't understand what I'm talking about. They think I'm crazy. She claims she can hear birds talk. Does that make sense? She claimed that she can time travel on a phone. Anyone with good settings. What other device can you use and willingly go to 1950s or 1920s? The cell phone. The cell phone, the computers, the tablets, they can take you back in time. And I stirred up some dust here, so I'm going to stay away from here. Because I just oiled up my hair, and I don't want dust in it. Y'all ain't going to be able to hardly tell because all you see is that residual that the sun is reflecting on. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I see my cell phone, my tablet, and my computer as a time traveling machine. Yes, I time travel on that. But if you talking to somebody out there out west, not all people out west, but to certain peoples out west who are on a lower frequency or on a different frequency, they wouldn't be able to understand that. It's common sense. We're time traveling. Especially if I am talking to you and you what? Tango, and it's what, 6 o'clock your time, PM, and on my time, it may be 2 a.m. or something like that. That's a form of time traveling. You're in a whole nother realm, whole nother dimension in those places. So I would appreciate it if people who think like that will concentrate on their own content. Bring to your audience what they like. Some of them will even go to the extent of sending their audience who's not even on this frequency over here to judge the content. That's the only problem we have with YouTube, because you cannot necessarily decide who you want in your chats. Now, what I would love to do, I would love to have a chat for just primarily us, the people who are in the chat room. I am definitely going to. If y'all don't know it, I do Instagram live streams. I've done like a couple of them, and I was pretty impressed to know that it's actually an audience over there waiting on videos. So I'm gonna go over there. But I really would love to find a private chat, because there are some things like, you know how I talk a lot about the supernatural, and I talk about interdimensional beings and things of that nature. There's a place I would like to go so that I can talk more and expound more on those things, so we can go back to business as usual, and we don't have to have these trolls. I'm talking about the content creator trolls going back talking about it on their channel, trying to say how idiotic it is and all of that. If someone tells me, I'm in somebody's chat room saying, that is strange, that is weird, that is odd, and they tell me, well, our frequencies are just a little bit different, I can vibe with it and leave. But these people can't. They're obsessed with me. They have an obsession, wondering when I'm going to start up a live and what I'm going to talk about, so that they can have something to talk about. Because I noticed something. These people can get more views talking about me than I can talking about myself. Isn't that interesting? The word spiritually raises eyebrows. The word Venita Davis raises eyebrows. You use that name, it get a lot of views. I didn't know it was so much power and energy in that name and in that brand. Spiritually Naima. Just put that on the title, and you'll get thousands of views. If you're a small channel, you may get a couple hundred views. It just really depends on your audience. People want to hear what people think about me. Hello, Tiffany. How you doing? Okay, Tiffany said I can create a private group. Look, a show of hands. How many people want me to create a private Facebook group? Because depending on how many shows of hands, well, we could just really have a private place to speak. It'll determine whether I think it's worth it or not. If quite a few people, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody's not going to be talking. Some people have to remain anonymous for whatever reason. But some people mainly are remaining anonymous because they don't want people to start trolling them. Because every last one of y'all, somebody in here watching me that do not favor my content is trolling y'all. They're checking your channel. They're trying to see what you're talking about. And so a lot of people just don't really want to say nothing. Okay, Jackie, if we ain't got but 4 or 5 congregating, I'm going to set up a private Facebook, because I have a Facebook. I got two. One is my family Facebook, And then I have a Facebook, and then I got some Facebook groups that I hadn't gone in for about 4 or 5 years because it takes a lot of time and energy to um to operate these groups. But the people who really want to be a part of it, I'm gonna put it in a link when I do another video. I'm gonna put it in the link, and basically I'm only checking for the names that look familiar to me here in the chat. That's just about all that's gonna go in there. If you are not interacting with me and you don't look like somebody I recognize from my chat, I can let you in there because I'm gonna be letting the very people into my chat that I am constantly having issues with. Does that make sense? Because there's one person in particular that is trying to design their whole life to be exactly like mine. I have to watch that individual because that individual will make a fake account up to get in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get deeper into this. You know, this is just the God's honest truth. Look at your content creator. If your content creator trying to sell you something that they don't have, it's gonna be a problem. I don't want to purchase nothing from you. I want to purchase no promises from you that you have not brought into fruition yourself. This is just truth now. This is just truth. Even the so-called Jamaican woman, this is just a story that I was told long ago. And I wasn't told, I was eavesdropping on it because like I was telling y'all that my mother's family is from Jamaica. Okay? And so I never will forget her and her friends were talking. And she was talking about this story about this Jamaican woman that made some kind of love potion up. I'm scrunching up my dreads, y'all. I like to make them look thick. But anyway, the woman made up a potion, and she sold it to somebody. Somebody bought it that was trying to get this man to pay some attention to him, and it all went wrong. Where in the end, she had to wind up killing the man. You know what I'm saying? So she was a single woman. This woman that was selling this potion was single, and so my moral of the story is this right here. If you got a practitioner that is single and is trying to sell you some kind of love potion or something like that, and they are single, you got to look at all the fine print. You have the fine print is very important. If I'm trying to sell you all a promise that I can give you all an 8-bedroom, 4-bath mansion, and I don't have one myself, I'm like this buyer beware. And I'm saying this about myself. How I'm going to sell you something I ain't got? Look at this. I got a little cottage style home. Well, only 1,400 square feet. Well, it's more now because we added a room on. But I'm going to sell you a 5,000 square foot. Read your fine print. I just feel like myself personally, I cannot sell you nothing I don't have myself. If I'm over here, just to be honest with you, and I'm trying to sell you a fertility spell, and I haven't necessarily had my own children in my life, don't y'all think it's some fine print you need to read? My womb has been a hostile environment all my life, but I'm going to sell you a fertility spell. Now, it's going to be some people going to really be angry about that, but think about it. Maybe that individual's expertise is somewhere else. And I'm not here to make fun of nobody. I'm using myself as an example. I cannot sell you an 8-bedroom, 4-bathroom house, a promise. I can't sell you that promise. Does that make sense? I know my boundaries. I can't come up inside up inside the beautician place saying that I'm gonna grow your hair streaming down your back, and I'm sitting up here with a bald head and all kind of barnacles on top of my head, can I can't tell you I'm gonna make you the most beautifulest feet there are. You're gonna have some pretty feet, and I got bunions all over the place. Can I? Got bunions on the heel, athlete foot fungus, and toes peeling. But I'm gonna create you a beautiful set of feet. That's all I'm saying. Look at your content creator circumstances. If this content creator is struggling, and I'm not talking about all content creators, I'm just talking about the ones that are giving me trouble. Look at their circumstances. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, I feel like this right here. This is the thing where the sun shines. Oh, I heard this thunder rumble. It sounds so beautiful. It sounds so beautiful. And then I'm going to get off this subject matter, y'all, because I know this is not what y'all necessarily want to listen to. But here's where the sun shines on the situation. Listen to this. Listen to me. Y'all. No matter whether a content creator likes me or not, whether or not they like me or not, the good thing about it all is this: everybody has an audience. Everybody is looking for a content creator that they click with. So it's not like the end of the world because I gave this information out. We need to look at the content creator and decide whether or not they can perform the work based upon how they're living their life. At the same time, too, you're gonna have audience that love you no matter what. Whether you like me or not, they still gonna love you. And the reason why they're gonna still love you because they see some aspects of themselves in you. So you look at the person, the content creator that is always going around bullying everybody and arguing all day with everybody on social media. Even that content creator is going to have some people that's going to love them mad. Why? Because those people are just like them. They do the same exact thing. If not that, they are the weak ones. These are the ones that are weak and they really can't think themselves. They have no backbone and they're just followers. They're just looking for someone to follow. So like I say, there's no sense in being upset and angry with me because I have an audience that pour out love and you don't. Because you got a one or two people in there that like you regardless to whoever you are. And all of that depends on how you perceive yourself. Maybe you feel like you ain't worthy of the love of those people. Maybe you know it's not genuine. I don't know what it is and everything, but ain't no sense in us getting angry as content creators with the other content creators that's getting what you can't get. You got to make some attitude adjustments. We can't go around. I don't go around. You don't see me going around on my channel yelling and screaming at everybody. I just got this one person that does this. Poor tree, it died. That tree dead. I've been looking at that tree for a while. That tree's just been dying because of the drought. The baby just did not make it. If I could, I would have pulled a hose pipe over there too to keep it watered. What I was gonna say. So like I say, let's as content creators, let's celebrate our own channel. Let's just leave channels that we don't like. Let's leave it be. Let's go away. Let's just walk away from them. It's okay if you're a content creator and you don't like my material and you think I'm leading people to the abyss. It's okay to walk away. Just make sure your audience don't come over here. Just warn them. Because you're not talking to my audience. You're talking to your own audience. I keep telling people, you're talking to your own audience. A lot of people think that they're talking to your audience too. So because they can't get a voice in their own chat room for your audience, they'll come to your channel to be negative, to write absurdities on your channel. This is the only way they know to get your audience's attention. And it's sick. We're wasting precious time. Time is so precious. Let me go ahead and throw some gems. Let me sprinkle some gems. Time precious, man. Time is the most precious resource. We talk about life, man. Life and time are the same thing when you think about it. You can't get none of that back. So be careful what you're investing in. If you know you don't like my content, why are you investing your precious resources in it? You can't get that back. And I consume that. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize when you're going on a channel and you're sitting down and putting a lot of attention into it, and then you're creating another video about it, you are being consumed. You don't get that back. When you get up here to be my age, if you make it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You're going to think it's crazy and weird and psycho. And it's only because you haven't crossed that bridge yet. It's some bridges you got to cross before you get here where I'm at. And if you try to cross them too soon, nothing is going to make sense. Okay? Okay, so I experienced an interruption where I had to actually cut the cell phone off and cut it back on. YouTube added it. It's all good. Look, let me tell y'all something. If y'all want to follow me where I will probably have less interruptions, I want you all to follow me to Instagram. Follow me to Instagram. Okay? Okay, thank you, Jackie. Jackie says, stay on, everyone. She'll come back. Yeah, when we experience interruption like that, just hang around. When I hit that 40 peak mark, they do is they freeze the video and everything to knock some people off. The 40 it seems to be that point where they will actually freeze the video up, where I have to turn the phone off. Okay. So in order to make sure we're streaming and everything, just hang on. Don't go. I keep telling y'all, don't go nowhere. Even for the other 20 people who are gone, you know what I'm saying? I just warn them ahead of time to never leave. Just keep clicking and coming back. They don't want the numbers to go past 40. But how many of y'all got Instagram accounts? So if you all can, y'all will definitely catch it after the live stream is over with. So follow me on Instagram. I am Spiritree, Spiritree. Come to Instagram. When I get through with this, I'm going to actually start up a live stream on Instagram. I'm also going to utilize Twitter. I got to get back into Snapchat. And I'm going to do Tango. I need to do a variety of different social media accounts. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I see some people are back in here. As I was saying, they froze up the video where I couldn't no longer live stream. And what they did, it was so frozen and stuck, I had to actually restart my device. Okay? When I get to the 40 mark on YouTube freezes the video, because they don't want me to get beyond a certain amount of audience. Does that make sense? Because the longer you stay on here and stream, the more people will see you there. And, like I say, they don't put the notifications out, and they don't necessarily suggest this video when I'm live streaming to other audience that are on here at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because my material being that of what it is, we always go through this all day long. My audience don't want y'all to think deep. They don't want y'all to think deep. So since I've been talking deep about gods, they've been watching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to continue to go deeper into gods. I want you worshiping no God but your own. See, that just make me get back on it. That's it. So, like I said, yes, thank you. Jackie says Spiritually Instagram. Go to Instagram, because once I complete this, then I'm going to just do a little test run. It's just going to be a testing. I'm going to start my Instagram live. If y'all need links, hopefully I can put a link on this video once I complete it in the comment section. Get in there on the desktop and put a link there so you all can see me live on Instagram. Let's cover that. I was told that you can do live Twitters. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't want to take y'all to all these different places right now. I think I'm just going to focus right now. And I really need to be on Facebook because I have a huge Facebook following, but some kind of a way it's like it's not my family Facebook is hooked up with YouTube. Not the Facebook that I've had all of these years. Y'all know that Facebook account that I've had all these years. I hadn't been accepting any friends. I hadn't been in that thing in like 2 or 3 years. Facebook really is an energy drainer. I've noticed that about Facebook. Facebook will take everything in your life away. I don't know what it is about that Facebook. I do believe these apps are possessed by different entities. Like that man said that he was doing Uber and the Uber app convinced him to go around and kill people. That might not be far from the truth. Whoa, y'all. Mama got to sit down. Let me sit down over here by the sun because I try to daily get my download in. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing? Hey, Tiffany Marie says she just followed. We're glad to have you aboard. Hey, Lexi. Hey, Sakima. Okay. Sakima said, had a temporary interruption. Hey, Flurburn, how you doing? Peace to you too, C-Star. I just had a temporary interruption again. As I was telling everybody that YouTube will freeze me up right around 40. I'll get froze. And it is just to kind of knock people off a little bit and stuff like that. And so I'm back up and running. So when you all experience that, please don't just give up and say, oh, well, I'm gone. Sometimes you got to give up because also what they'll do, yeah, a lot of people tell me that they'll just let it buffer. Just let the video buffer and buffer. I did a video for 1 hour a few days ago, a whole hour, and it wasn't froze. I just had a lot of people. Well, it must have been froze. I don't know. A lot of people kept telling me it's spinning, Mama. It's spinning, it's spinning, it's spinning. But I said, I'm going to go ahead on and do this video and complete it because I was still being able to read comments. And when I finished the video, only had 7 minutes. They only gave me 7 minutes of the video out of an hour video. So that is enough to let me know that it's actually YouTube. But that is fine. The message continues on. Nothing will be lost. A lot of people are angry with me because I say my video, this content is basically for women, and a lot of folks are upset about that, because I said it's but at the same time too, men are definitely welcome, and I also have content for men too. Men are not left out. It's just the fact that I do cater more for women because I'm a woman and I know some of our experiences and some of our struggles. So who better to cater to than to someone like myself? And some people are upset about that. I got something crawling through the bushes. Just experienced another interruption. So this is not all in my head. Don't go nowhere. Just stay right here. So we can show them that, we're not going to be deterred. Okay, not turd, but deterred. There will be no deterrence here. That we're going to stick right here and we're going to talk about our issues. You know what I'm saying? Primarily what, I think a lot of what is really getting under their skin is the fact that I keep saying, you don't have to worship anybody but yourself. I'm a stickler for that. I worship me. I honor, respect, and worship myself. I can't, to do that to something outside of me is to say that I am a servant for something else. I am only a servant of myself. Hello? And this is my message, what I preach, and that's basically it. Hey, Jackie Wilson. Thank you. Jackie said, I just went to Instagram and started following you, Mama. So I got you now. Sorry about the first mistype. No problem. Look, check this out. Let me encourage everybody. I am going to do a test run on Instagram once I finish this live. So, if you all do not mind, follow me on Instagram. I am Spiritree on Instagram. Spiritree. This is going to be a place, if I keep having all of these major interruptions and stuff like that, this is going to be a go-to. I'm still going to be here on YouTube, but at the same time, too, if it's a really bad day on YouTube, then I'll go to Instagram. How about that? I did an Instagram and found out it was 115 people watched the video, and I was like kind of shocked. That ain't a lot for a lot of people, but that's a lot for me. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for me. And so I went there and I noticed that, people were actually watching the videos there. And I'm like, oh, wow, I really owe it to these people to show them I'm still interacting with them. I need to interact with these people who are there watching. Hey, y'all, I want y'all to see the witch's so-called garden. I'm doing a lot of hanging baskets this year. I wanted y'all to see this. Here we go. So I did a lot of hanging baskets this year, y'all. I did a lot of them. And I'm encouraging you all, if you have like one little place you want to hang something, you can hang it. If you in an apartment, you got one little spot you want to, then you can go to Home Depot and buy these. Now, I did this arrangement myself. I just bought a bunch of flowers and just put all of these together and made my own basket. Just put these all together. We got marigolds and different other little plants and stuff here. So anyway, so this is just basically what I am going through. Okay, with YouTube and stuff like that. YouTube don't like it. I guess they don't like it. I don't know. I can't figure out what it is. Y'all tell me. What's the problem with us saying that we're gods? I don't know. We don't really need a church. Because we are the church. We're church. We're God. You got a lot of people that see that as just a cliche. It's a cliche. We're the gods. We're the goddesses. We're the church. They think it's a cliche, but in all honesty, when nothing else works, there's nothing else to turn to but the God in you. Hello? When the doctors done gave up. You know why I preach this so much now? That after Auntie was getting ready to die. She was getting ready to die. The defibrillator had went off because she was anemic. She was losing blood to a tumor. There was a tumor that was actually taking up her blood supply. And also the tumor was hemorrhaging. And so she was dying, and they were